It's often said that where there's a will, there's a way. A rather fitting saying when it comes to the knight who built this castle. He sincerely believed he'd be resurrected after his death and so put in a very unusual condition in his will. Find out who he was and where I am and how he finally got his way in just a moment. Today's house hunters are leaving their congested northwest London suburb for space and the chance to earn some extra cash.
This year, they're going to be taking home about £34,000.
Wow. And although the dream is big, we've got plenty to offer that's right on target.
It's actually everything that we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah,
Perfect.
totally.
Today I'm in Cornwall at Pentilly Castle, completed by Sir James Tilley in 1698. Now, Sir James was so convinced of his own immortality that his final wish was to be dressed in his best clothes and to be sat right at this very spot overlooking his estate to await resurrection. Now, his faithful servants carried out his request, bringing his corpse fresh food and wine over 2 years. Now, it was thought his remains were taken to a nearby church, but just 3 years ago, his body was discovered in a vault here at the mausoleum, still seated in the chair. So, in a way, some 300 years after his death, he managed to achieve a kind of resurrection, but not in the way he might have imagined. Cornwall is a county that lies at the far western tip of England. Jutting out into the Atlantic Ocean, this county is almost completely surrounded by sea, with nearly 300 miles of spectacular coastline. Sweeping inland, the craggy cliff tops give way to vast swathes of countryside. Dotted with remnants of its industrial past, tin and copper mining peaked in the early 19th century, boasting nearly 2,000 mines. To the east of the county is Bodmin Moor, 80 square miles of foreboding yet beautiful landscape, steeped in mystery and legend. Dosmary Pool is one of the locations claimed to be the home of the Lady of the Lake. It's said that King Arthur rode out onto the pool's glass-like waters and received the sword Excalibur. So with all these ancient legends and magnificent landscapes tucked away in the corner of the country, Cornwall is a county that really does feel like it's a whole world away. Cornwall is made up of villages and towns, each one within 25 miles of the sea. But house buyers beware, as waterfront properties in the southwest can command a huge premium, costing up to 75% more than those inland. Having said that, the average price of a detached home here comes in at just under £278,000. Now that's around £20,000 below the national figure. But today's buyers may need to have deep pockets, as it's the lure of the sea that's drawing them to this enchanting coastal county. Semi-retired Steve runs a chauffeur business and met retail assistant Gulin, or Gu, at a party 7 years ago. They've been living together in Pinner, northwest London, for 5 years, and they're soon to take their relationship to the next level.
We've got plans to get married next year, and if we're in Cornwall by then, I'm guessing we'll be getting married in Cornwall, and it'd be lovely to have a beach wedding. I know that's what Gu's always wanted to do.
But before they tie the knot, there's another plan in place that involves a radical change of lifestyle from the one they're used to in London.
I've always wanted to live by the coast. I used to holiday a lot with my parents when I was younger down in the West Country. A lot of seaside beach holidays, bottle bucket and spade jobs. And it's a dream I've always had.
I lived in Cyprus for 11 years and ending up by the sea, it's something I always wanted to do. So it's a great opportunity for us both to start a new venture together.
For Gulin, the move to Cornwall means leaving the suburban 3-bedroom semi that has been her family home for 23 years.
Pinner's a beautiful place to live in. It's a great place to bring up children, but now the children are growing up, it's got much busier and I believe it's time to get out.
So the timing is right to make the move, and they know exactly where they want to be.
We're looking at the Liskeard area, and we love the West Country in general, but we've looked at a few houses in the Liskeard area, like the area, the fact that it's in touch with both coasts. We're in half an hour of the north or the south coast. And we want to move with the thought of running a business from home with a holiday letting, and it's in a great location to hopefully attract the customers we want.
Their prospective clientele aren't the only ones who'll be taking advantage of the coastal location.
One of my main hobbies is sailing. It's been a passion of mine from my school years. My school had a sailing club, which is where I learned to sail, and I still sail with that club now all these years later.
As well as space for boats and classic cars, the new home needs enough room for Stephen Goulin's beloved Pooch to stretch her legs.
We have a wonderful dog called Boo. She's an Alaskan Malamute. We had her since she was 3 months old. I can't wait to move to Cornwall so I can walk her as well at the moment because I'm busy working. I rarely get the opportunity to take her out for walks.
With a focus on spending more quality time together, this upcoming relocation heralds an exciting new venture for the couple.
This move means a lot to us, both of us. It will be a house that we'll be buying together. We'll be putting our stamp on it together and starting our business together. So I can't really wait, and I know it will be just great, hopefully.
Steve and Goulin want easy access to both coastlines in the eastern portion of Cornwall near Liskeard, so we'll be focusing our search in the pretty countryside surrounding the town. But before we start looking at potential properties, we're all meeting up to get a better understanding of the type of home they hope to find.
What a beautiful day. Stephen Goulin, lovely to meet you. Well, what is it about this county that really appeals?
Cornwall is a beautiful place. I always wanted to move by the sea, and I believe this is where we're going to be very happy.
It's been a wanderlust of mine for many, many years, and we're now in a position to do it. And we're both young enough to form a new life down here, and we're looking forward to it.
This move isn't just about the lifestyle, is it? You also want to have a business as well. Tell me a bit more about that.
We do. Neither of us have got a true pension, so we're looking at a sort of semi-retirement that'll provide us with an income that won't involve sort of 24-hour work.
Now, with this move, different life, different business, different property, because I'm sure your house in London isn't going to look like the one down here. So,
Not at all.
in your mind, Goo, what does it look like? How many bedrooms does this new home have?
At least 3 bedrooms to begin with, that'd be great. A lovely through lounge, big garden, and fair-sized kitchen is what I'm looking for. No beams and modern looking.
And Steve, tell me about the business side, the holiday lets, B&B, whatever it is you decide to do. You know, ideally, how big is that side going to be of the business?
Ideally, I guess we'd like 2 or 3 holiday lets on the property, run as a holiday let rather than a bed and breakfast. I think it'd be more hands-off.
Already done, or would you like the project and do a little bit of what yourself?
I'm open to a project. I think Goulin would like an up-and-running business, but if something's got potential with more outbuildings, then yeah, I'd be happy to look at developing it.
Well, let's talk about your budget.
Okay.
Remind us what you've got to spend.
Okay, $750 will keep us mortgage-free. If we can find something that's got holiday lets that'll provide the income to pay the mortgage, we're happy to take on a mortgage.
Yeah. So give me that top budget then.
I guess 850 to 9 if we could absolutely push ourselves, if the income ability was there or the potential was there.
Yeah. Well, we do have some rather splendid properties organised to show you.
can't
So,
wait.
should we hit the road and get started?
Oh, yes, please.
Come on in this way.
Okay.
For an absolute top budget of £900,000, Steve and Goulin are looking for a Cornish home that has modern living areas, 3 bedrooms, a kitchen diner, a large garden and outbuildings to store cars and boats. They also need an income from established holiday lets or the potential to create them. We found some fantastic properties to tempt them with, and at each one I'll be asking them to guess the price before I reveal it. And finally, we've got our mystery house, which could put cash into their pockets sooner than they ever imagined.
So this business idea, have you managed to do any research yet into, you know, how profitable holiday lets can be?
Yeah, we've got a fair idea. I think it obviously depends very much on the property and just what sort of occupancy rates you can get. But I think if we get it right, it'll work.
Yeah. And in your mind, what percentage of the year do you think you can rent it out?
If we were to get 60% occupancy, I think we'd be okay.
Our first destination is the village of Quithiok, around 5 miles away from the requested location of Liskeard. The first known reference to the town was in the Domesday Book in 1086, but Liskeard really found its mark in the 19th century, when nearby copper and silver mines made this place a wealthy settlement. Its streets offer a good selection of shops, cafes and restaurants. And just 4 miles away from all this is house number 1.
Right. Let us start, hopefully on a high, with our first property.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Surprised?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yes, it's very, very nice.
Because it does look rather large, doesn't it?
It does.
Yes.
Yes. Believe it or not, it used to be an old cattle shed.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Converted in the 1980s.
Yeah.
It isn't one property. In actual fact, it's 2.
Oh,
So we're liking what we see?
yes.
Very much so. Yeah, it's the sort of
absolutely.
style that I had in mind.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what about the location? Because I've taken you away from the city and I've brought you to, well, the beautiful Cornwall countryside.
Beautiful.
Very nice, very
Yeah.
nice. Peaceful.
All we can hear is the birds. It's just great. Yeah.
It's a promising start, isn't
Yeah.
it? Let's hope it continues as we look around the house.
Constructed from Cornish stone lying on a slope, this barn conversion is actually an upside-down house with 6 bedrooms on the ground floor. There are options to close off part of the property to create an integral 2-storey annex. Up on the first floor, the main living areas make the most of the views over the countryside.
So let's start off with our kitchen diner.
Wow,
Got a lovely, wonderful, airy room.
beautiful.
Are we allowed beams in this room?
Do you know what? Yes.
Yeah. When they're not down here, I think
Very
you get
high
away with it.
ceiling, so yes, this I don't mind at all. Very nice.
Cosy?
Very cosy. Modern, cosy. It's actually everything that we're looking for,
It is,
isn't it?
yeah.
Perfect.
Totally.
I'm going to walk us along the corridor and show you the other sitting room stroke kitchen diner,
Okay.
where either you or, again, it could be the part of the business will be.
Okay.
This huge vaulted kitchen diner is sandwiched between a sitting room to one side and a cosy snug or study to the other. But we're heading through a doorway in the far wing and into the annex reception rooms.
So this door divides up the property. If you like, it's a mirror. So you've got one kitchen diner on one side and then you've got the other one on this. So 2 separate properties. Big wood burner there. So you've got your sort of dining room stroke sitting room. Got a mezzanine floor up there for storage.
Which is nice.
So far, so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
The staircase takes us down to the ground floor and into a long hallway with access to all the bedrooms.
So you have a very, very long corridor with 6 bedrooms, storage, family bathrooms, all along here, all on the one level. Let's take a look at this bedroom.
It's beautifully done. Love the decor. The colours, perfect. Very nice.
What's going through your mind, Steve?
Yeah, that's great. Great, can't fault it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beams aren't that low, I wouldn't have to duck.
Well, let's have a wander and head outside as well, because there's still more to show you.
Steve and Gulin are spoilt for choice when it comes to bedrooms with this house. At one end of the property is the first of 2 family bathrooms. But, like the first floor, by closing a door in the hallway, 2 of the 6 bedrooms become part of the annex accommodation, and one of those bedrooms has an ensuite. The annex would also have the second bathroom. Outside, the near 1 acre of grounds are landscaped with lawns, a large feature pond, a summer house, and even a swimming pool. What's more, there's this, a recently converted self-contained holiday let apartment. So there's a lot on offer here for Steve and Gulin's prospective business plans, if the price is right.
So what are we thinking then? You've had the tour. What's our first house currently on the market for?
I'm going to say 790.
790.
800 plus.
800 plus. You're both out. The asking price is under.
Oh.
Really?
If you buy this property, you too will be mortgage free. The asking price is £750,000.
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive.
Shocked and surprised.
Definitely.
Very pleasantly surprised.
Go and have another look on your own this time.
Okay.
Why don't you start off with the other holiday let
Yeah.
potential, and then I'll come and
Let's go.
find you when you're ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At £750,000, this beautiful house offers everything Steve and Goulin want for their new Cornish life. With 6 bedrooms and a range of reception rooms, there's potential to divide the property for paying guests, as well as a separate annex to grow the business, all wrapped up in just under 1 acre of land.
So, I mean, it's as good as done, isn't it? We just need to add some finishing touches, some nice pictures, cooker, hob.
Absolutely. Don't need much at all. This is absolutely great for us. I wanted something already up and running, but the fact that it's already been decorated, it's ready to go. We just have to do a little bit, which doesn't put me off at all.
It's going to be a great business opportunity for us. I think the left-hand half is going to be an ideal holiday let, and the right half, yeah, Goo's very happy with the kitchen and diner, so it's a winner.
Right, have you seen enough, you two, yes?
Yes, we have.
Did you love that swimming
I
pool?
love the swimming pool. Absolutely loved it.
I could be your first guest, you see.
Why not?
Let's go.
Okay.
The beautiful county of Cornwall has a strong tradition in sailing. Its 300-mile coastline offers everyone from fishermen to amateur enthusiasts the challenge of the open sea. And one particular make of craft has well-established Cornish roots. The Red Wing dinghy has been a fixture here for over 70 years. And with Steve a keen sailor, we've arranged for him and Goulin to meet 91-year-old boat maker Cliff Adams.
How many Red Wings have you made?
About half the total fleet,
Okay.
and that being about 120, 30, 40 boats.
Wow. That's quite a number.
But not all by myself, with others
some
working.
the team. Yeah.
So where does the passion come from?
Well, it's automatic, I think, really. You live beside the sea, and I like working wood at school. That's about the only thing I was good at. So I suppose that's where the passion came from.
Back at his workshop, our couple are getting a rare glimpse of Cliff's latest Red Wing project. The design of these elegant vessels hasn't changed for decades, but over time, Cliff's had to adapt his boats to the materials that are available today.
In the 40s, the firm that I worked for then, we were building a boat in Sitka spruce.
Yeah.
And that is getting in very short supply these days,
Right.
and also very, very expensive. So we go to different materials.
Yeah.
And we use now African mahogany, along with the remainder of the boat in Brazilian cedar,
Yeah.
and the ribs, English oak,
Wow. Okay.
the deck, a mahogany plywood,
Yeah.
and that's the only 4 materials used in the boat.
It can take over 3 months to carefully craft a Red Wing, drilling, gluing and nailing every single piece into position by hand. But it's all worth the wait. When varnished and the sails are fitted, they are a sight to behold.
So Cliff, 91 years old and still building boats. Where on earth do you get the energy?
No idea. Good health all through my life, I think, and that's just it. Yeah,
Well,
but I love doing
if I
it.
can get close to your age and I've still got the
Yes,
sailing and
yeah.
playing with boats, I'll be a
Yes.
very happy man.
It's a good record,
Yeah.
very good record indeed.
Heading back to the search, it's my job to make Steve and Goulin's house hunting plain sailing. Our second property stop takes us to North Hill, at the edge of Bodmin Moor, just a 10-minute drive from the village of Minions. At nearly 1,000 feet above sea level, the village lays claim to being the highest in Cornwall. Facilities here include a general store and post office, 2 tea rooms and a pub with bed and breakfast. Our second house is just over 2 miles from the heart of the community, nestled on the fringes of the granite moorland.
Well, we've certainly started off well here in Cornwall, and may that theme continue with our next property.
Okay.
I've got silence. Talk to me, both of you. Tell me what you're thinking.
This is very nice. It's like cottage, isn't it? Yeah. Cottagey looking.
I'm interested to see inside.
Inside, yes, because it looks quite small from outside.
But I suspect it's not. There's more to it than what we can see here, I think.
Constructed around 1820, this traditional local stone and slate-built farmhouse was originally part of the Duchy of Cornwall estate. Extended over the years, this house, with its handsome Georgian proportions, offers them a very alternative type of property.
You know, you're used to a house that you've lived in,
A
you've
red brick
much
semi and
loved.
pinner, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here I'm giving you something extremely different. You know, it's characterful.
Yeah, it's got character.
But
yeah.
it's not what you're used to.
No, but I can't wait to see inside the house.
Oh, look at you. Positivity. Right, come on then, let's see.
We're entering via a side porch, which leads straight into the largest room in the house.
All right, come on through. Should we start with the kitchen? Wow.
Nice size.
A good size.
Say that a bit louder.
Good size.
I like the wow bit.
Yeah, I see a range, which I'm guessing you won't like, but that can be changed. That's no problem. But it's a nice airy space, isn't it?
It is, it is.
What do you think of the colour scheme in the palette? Is this to your liking? Because I know we always say look beyond the decoration, but, you know, Shakespeare-style kitchen, do you like that?
No, I do. I do like it. It actually goes with the house.
Yeah.
In keeping?
I think so.
So this house is made up of many rooms, I would say, but I'm going to take us through into the sitting room.
Okay.
Okay.
Through a short inner hallway lies a myriad of reception rooms, including a beautiful dining area, a cosy family room, a modern shower room and a handsome study.
So you've got lots of different rooms off the hallway, but I wanted to bring you into this room because...
Stunning view.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Stunning.
I'm going to call that a borrowed view because it'll be yours forever, but you don't have to maintain it.
Good point.
Yeah. Lots of light.
Yes.
Yeah, dual
yes.
aspects.
Yeah.
I love the Georgian windows.
Good, good. Should we head upstairs?
Okay.
I'm sure we'll see the view again from up there.
Somewhat lukewarm responses despite the immaculate and contemporary finish presented in this historic farmhouse. Stairs take us to the first floor where there are 4 bedrooms, all doubles, full of character and featuring great views over the surrounding countryside. 3 bedrooms are served by a good-sized, well-appointed modern bathroom. And then we come to the main bedroom.
This is your master. How do we feel about this room?
Yeah, it's a nice size. And the view, yeah, just fantastic.
Oh, the views are lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much storage. That's the first thing that...
Wardrobe space.
Wardrobe space, yes.
The 4 bedrooms up here, the one thing I often suggest to people is, for the majority of the year, it's going to be just the 2 of you. No harm stealing a bedroom and making it a huge walk-in wardrobe.
Yeah, it's true.
Ensuite behind, which I think is always handy.
Yes.
And you don't always get it in the older buildings, so that's nice.
No.
Anything else we're going to add about the upstairs? More bedrooms than you asked for.
It is, yeah. I'm interested to know what the holiday let potential is.
Oh, right, OK, well, that's a good point. Let's go and have a look.
Okay.
As we head back downstairs, I'm getting the feeling that this property, gorgeous as it is, might not be to Stephen Goulin's taste. But I'm hoping the outside space might win them over, as it offers them business possibilities in the form of some 4 acres of land, plus outbuildings ripe for conversion. So you can see your property from this angle now, and it has more of the Georgian lines, doesn't
Yes,
it?
it has, yes.
Also, what it does do is show you the holiday let potential. There'd be enough there for 2 or 3 holiday
They would,
lets.
and they certainly would have an amazing view. It's
would,
got
wouldn't they?
potential.
Yes. So what impression am I getting from the 2 of you with this property? I'm not sure. I can't really read you.
To be honest, it's been beautifully done.
Does it feel right to you?
It just doesn't feel like home for us. It's beautifully done, like Steve says, but it's just not for us.
Doesn't feel like our home.
No.
I think the kitchen diner we could make work. The rest of the house we'd probably pull apart and ruin its character, in all honesty.
Well, that's honest.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that's honest. There's nothing I can say that's going to change your mind. Or is there, when it comes to the price?
Okay.
I'm never going to give up, am I? What are we thinking then?
I would say about 700.
Okay.
I think it's under. I think with the work that it needs with the holiday lets, I'd say 635.
No, I'm afraid it's a lot higher than that.
Really?
You would be mortgage-free,
We're paying for that view.
but you're paying for that view, yes. The actual asking price is £750,000.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, that really tells us it's not for us.
No, I haven't won you over at all, have I? Not at
No.
all. But not one to be deterred or put off. I'm going to send you back into the house this time.
Okay.
Please take another look at it. And also, don't forget the barns with that conversion possibility and see how your imagination might
Okay.
take hold. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you.
It is such a beautiful property, and I'm not just saying that. Look at the view. It was built in 1820. It has the character and charm of an old house, but because it has the contemporary twist, I thought they might love it. Sadly, I was wrong on this occasion. Well within budget, this Georgian home may not be right for our couple, but does boast a beautifully renovated interior, 4 double bedrooms, a great kitchen diner, acres of land, and, for someone with the right vision, that all-important holiday let opportunity.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be a project. Potential holiday let, I guess 1 bed.
Not very big, is it?
So, yeah, it takes some time and money, that's for sure.
This is a beautiful house. I love the kitchen. It's very spacious and modern, light. I do love the views. Views are beautiful. I can see why anybody would want to live here. It's just not for us.
And if the house was for us, you know, the work involved in getting the holiday lets up to standard wouldn't be an issue. But you know, the house isn't for us, so I can't really think beyond that.
All right, you two. So guess what? That's it for today. You've seen our 2 houses, but I've got more to show you tomorrow.
Fabulous. Looking forward to it.
Let's hit the road. Soon-to-be married Steve and Goulin are looking to escape a congested Pinner in northwest London and relocate to Cornwall with a top budget of £900,000. So far, we've shown them 2 very different options for their future home and business. And still to come, we've got the mystery house to tempt them with, featuring up-and-running holiday lets at the top of their game.
But this is the premier one, shall we say?
Right. I can see why.
And I'll be looking at one of Cornwall's freshest and possibly tastiest catches.
This is fresh, isn't it?
So it's the second day of our property search here in Cornwall with Steve and Goo. Now, yesterday started off as plain sailing. They both loved the house. And although the business wasn't up and running, Steve wasn't too concerned about it. But Goo, she had her reservations. She'd rather walk in to an ongoing business with a thriving clientele. Our second home, they both admired the view, but lacked to see the charm in the actual house itself. And again, Goo had concerns about doing up the outbuildings and making them into holiday lets. So I'm hoping today we're going to turn over a new leaf and our couple, both of them, are going to see the profit in our mystery house. Any inkling what we've got lined up for the mystery?
I think you're going to stretch our budget and probably find us something that's got a lot of income potential.
Our mystery house is located in the tiny village of St Breward, which sits on the western fringes of Bodmin Moor. With its pub, local store, post office and Norman church, this area is a magnet for walkers, and many would probably pass our mystery house, which is just a stone's throw from the village centre.
So our final reveal is our mystery house.
Okay.
Complete with holiday cottages, I can see.
Nothing gets past you, Steve, does it? Nothing gets
I can
past
see
you.
at least 3, I think.
You're absolutely right. There's 4 stone cottages in total. As you noticed, it's already been done.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah?
I love it.
Already done. I can talk about the business in more detail because I know it interests you both. But this is your home because for us, that's as important as the business. You want to make sure you're happy on both levels.
Our mystery house is actually made up of 4 separate properties. To the front of the plot is the first let. Across an open driveway is the main house with an attached side annex. In the opposite corner of the site is the final property, which is also up and running as a rental, and that's where we're beginning our tour. Entering through the front door and up a few steps, we arrive at the main living area.
This is just one of the holiday lets.
Okay.
Wow, I'm surprised. Couldn't even believe there was an upstairs from outside.
Yeah.
Look at
That
the
is
view.
impressive.
The other holiday lets do really well, but this is the premier one, shall we
Right,
say.
right. I can
See
see
why.
why.
This can be let 52 weeks of the year.
Right.
The business has about 50% returns, which is
Okay.
enormous.
Yeah.
This year, they're going to be taking home about £34,000. Yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah.
So you might have to roll up your sleeves straight away.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah?
Impressed.
Very
Yeah.
impressed.
Good. Wouldn't need to
Definitely.
do anything, would you?
No, not at all. It's ready to go,
All
isn't
right.
it?
Well, let's see if we can get the balance right. Let's
Yeah.
go back outside and we'll go and
Okay.
Okay.
take a look at the main house, shall we?
Okay.
This let also has a light and airy double bedroom and a well-appointed shower room. Adjacent is another cottage. It also has a fully fitted kitchen, 2 bedrooms, one with a double and the other currently fitted with 2 single beds. The final rental is attached to the main house. With its own private entrance, this annex has a good-sized reception room which leads directly onto the kitchen. Upstairs here, a double bedroom nestles under the slope of the roof. But we're going to take a look at what could be Stephen Goulin's portion of the house, where the mystery finally reveals itself with beams aplenty.
So here is your property. You like next door, don't you?
I do.
We're living that one and rent this one.
Okay, I'm going to put you in that one and you can rent this one out. That's
No
the
problem.
deal.
It's very nice.
So you wouldn't change anything?
I think we're both unsure about a range just because we don't know them, but the more I play with them, the more actually I think they're probably very usable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next door, you have your conservatory leading out to your garden.
Okay. Can we go and have a look?
Yeah, come on, let's have a look.
Heading through the conservatory used for dining, double doors lead us to the main sitting room.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. I think that deep breath said it all. Can you see past them or does it really upset you? Because I have done quite well with beams in this house, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. The ceiling's quite low as well, isn't it?
No.
To me, it feels quite low.
I suppose going away, what you've got to weigh up is, does the house, the location, the up and running business outweigh the negativity with the beams? And I suppose in a way that's only something you can decide.
I'll have to think about that.
Also on this floor is a second reception cum music room with stairs up to the first floor. Here there's a good-sized master with built-in wardrobes, a bright second double, and a single bedroom currently fitted with a cabin bed. Across the hallway is a family bathroom with separate shower cubicle.
Well, let's head outside, shall we, Steve? You can go back out through the conservatory. I'll show you the grounds and we can talk money.
The modest-sized lawned garden feels much bigger as it backs directly onto open Cornish countryside.
Now, we're in a great part of Cornwall, for the more sort of commercial set that want to come down here and see the true beauty of this county and walk
It's a
in.
walker's paradise.
Exactly,
isn't it?
walking the moors, with their dogs. So we are going to discuss finances now. What are we thinking with our mystery house, with the holiday lets and the ongoing business? You've got to try and put a price on it.
I will say, because of the business side of things, perhaps about 800,000.
Right.
I'm going to go in at 749.
They are asking for offers over £700,000.
That's a surprise.
Wow. OK, I was well out.
Just a little bit.
Well, I don't mind you being out because you were over rather than under.
Yes.
And what that does mean, should this take your fancy, our mystery house, and work its magic, you could have a business that's already successful, up and running. It doesn't really need an awful lot doing to it. Consider the area as well, and whether our mystery house might be your next property.
OK.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The exposed beams may be a problem for Goulin, but this wonderful Cornish holiday cottage complex really does offer everything they've requested for their country escape. It would give them a 3-bedroom home for themselves and high-quality letting accommodation in the form of 3 cottages, complete with bookings. All set in a desirable holiday destination at the edge of Bodmin Moor.
It's a very good size. Good size for a family of 4, would you say?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I can see the potential in this house. I could see where I could make it work for us. Certainly downstairs, a little bit of remodelling. I guess the major problem for Goulin would be the eaves height upstairs. She's quite claustrophobic, and I don't think there's much we could do to change that.
The style of the house isn't to my liking. The biggest thing for me is the low beams. I don't like low beams, and I don't think we can actually do anything to change that, even though we painted white. I know it's there, so it would bother me.
Right, that's it. You've seen all our properties.
We have.
When I say all our properties, there's a lot here, isn't there, to get
Certainly
round?
is.
So should we go somewhere, have a sit down, you two can have a chat amongst yourselves?
Okay.
I'll join you, and I'm actually very keen to find out what's going to happen next.
OK.
Let's go for it.
Tourism has always been big business in Cornwall, with people drawn to the county's rugged coastline and glorious countryside. But there is another industry that has been a major earner for over 600 years: fishing. I've come to Looe on the south coast to meet fishmonger Angela Pengelly.
Angela, lovely to meet you.
Hello, Nikki.
She's been at the helm of a business that's been up and running for over half a century. They specialise in line-caught fish, no trawler-caught catches here. This traditional technique is a responsible and sustainable method, and some believe brings a higher standard of fish to the table.
The quality is second to none.
Is it really?
Absolutely. When fish is caught in a net, it drowns, and this fish is stiffer. The eyes are bulbous.
So you can really tell the difference?
Yes, I pick the best that they land.
Expect to pay a premium for these beauties, though. The hook and line fishermen can spend many hours out at sea, but only catch a fraction of what the trawlermen haul on board. Line fishing can be a tough business, and the financial returns are lower. I'm waiting quayside for trawlerman turned line fisherman Mike Wright.
Not only has he bought the fish, but he's bought the sun as well. Hey, Mike.
Hiya, Nick.
How are you, sir?
Not too bad, thank you very much.
Good to meet you. I want to discuss with you the whole process of how you hook, line, fish. So what have you got in your hand? Because it looks like an odd contraption.
It is a odd. This is
What's that?
a dive board. This is a.
It looks like a large plectrum.
It is. It's towed through the water at this angle, which makes this behind it, which is all wrapped up. But when it's let out, tows behind it, and it tows these lures, which the fish, for some reason, find attractive.
So this is the line, obviously.
Yeah.
The lures, you call them a lure? That's
these
the
are
bait.
lures, yeah. And I use very large hooks, which means that the small fish don't tend to get hurt, so you only catch bigger fish.
Mike has had a good morning with a catch of pollock, But before they can even leave the quayside, every line-caught fish is tagged so it can always be sourced.
So let's talk about this tag. So this is what I've got to look out for. So number 86.
Is my number.
What's the name of your boat?
Julia's Girl.
All right. And every single thing which leaves this quayside, caught by you,
We'll have a tag on it.
legally can be tagged.
That's it. So get the next one up.
So literally.
Vile data. You can
Yeah.
put that
Oh,
one in.
look at the gill. Look at that. Is that the gills?
That's the gills.
Wow. This is fresh, isn't it? And then just push it down,
That's it.
and that's it.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for your help.
You can take those to market now, can't you?
Right, we'll take those in now.
I'll let you carry them. They look heavy.
So we've shown Stephen Gu our property offerings here in Cornwall. Impressive houses with businesses already up and running, or the potential to do so. But have we secured a deal with them? Let's find out. So Gu and Steve, what a beautiful spot to finish our house hunt here in Cornwall. I wonder, have we got close at all?
Oh, I think with the first property, yeah, very.
You were very taken with it straight away, weren't you?
The interior was right up our street, and I love the mix of the old and new.
Yes.
And it certainly has got some holiday potential.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that Gu was totally taken with the fact that some of the holiday accommodation had joined the house. But
Like Steve, I absolutely love the property. It's everything we were looking for in the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
maybe.
Ooh.
except possibly the view. The other two properties, we would have had to have done so much work to have made them suitable for us. And with the second one especially, we would have destroyed its character.
Yeah, well, that's very honest of you to say that. That's very honest, because it did have a lot of character. It had a lot of charm, but what, some people see as character and charm doesn't work for others.
No.
And you loved the views, didn't you?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we have helped, well, at least point you in the right direction and get you that little bit closer.
Yes, yeah.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we want you to have a very successful business as well as this wonderful life down here.
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you very much for this week.
Thank you.
Well, I do think we got quite close with our first property with Stephen Gu. But for me, the last few days have illustrated that our couple do have a healthy and realistic budget for what they're after. That perfect house with the business attached. I'm hoping that by this time next year, not only will they be happily married, but also happily settled in their new Cornish home. So that's it from me, and I'll see you again soon on Escape to the Country. This beautiful 15th century church had the hand of a stonemason's son in its redesign during the 1800s. But surprisingly, he went on to become a world-renowned literary genius. So I'll enlighten you as to who he was and where I am in just a moment.
Today, I'm helping a pair of lifelong romantics find a new home to fall in love with.
As you can see, oh yeah.
Are you having a moment?
Loads of
I'm
colours.
having a moment.
Oh,
So, will it be a match made in heaven?
we've taken your breath away, haven't we?
You have, yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Today I'm in Dorset in the village of Turnworth. Now in 1869 it was the author Thomas Hardy, then an apprentice architect, whose hand helped redesign the nave here at St Mary's Church. Now of course that hand went on to write several literary masterpieces a few years later. Although Hardy was an atheist, he struck up a lifelong friendship with the church's rector, the Reverend Thomas Perkins, and even affectionately based one of his characters on him, Mr Woodwell, a Baptist minister.
The county of Dorset is located in the southwest of England on the English Channel coast. Covering a little over 1,000 square miles, it remains a largely rural region, dotted with many small villages, a few small towns and no cities. William the Conqueror had one of the first English castles using stone constructed here in the 11th century. Known as Corf, meaning cutting or gap, its hill is a result of the eroding action of two streams. And Dorset's diverse geology can also be seen at one of only 3 major shingle structures in Britain, Chesil Beach. This 18-mile spit is separated from the mainland for much of its length by a body of water. Called the Fleet Lagoon, it's a haven for wildlife, including a large managed colony of mute swans. At one time known for both button making and biscuit baking, the savoury Dorset knob biscuit is named after a local button of similar appearance and is now only produced by one company in the county. But though some traditions are now hard to find, the continued influence of agriculture is very much in evidence. Over 3/4 of Dorset's areas of outstanding natural beauty are farmland, with sheep and cattle grazing parts that are too wet, steep, or inhospitable for crops. So, whether you're after a nibble on an elusive savoury knob, a romp around the ruins of a castle, or just somewhere to sit down and admire the view, Dorset is a gorgeous county to plan an escape to.
So let's cut to the chase. Buying property in Dorset comes with a hefty price tag. The average cost of a detached home here is around £357,000. Now that's £57,000 above the national figure. So buyers, it seems, are willing to pay a premium for the beauty of Dorset's countryside and coastline. And with such a great quality of life on offer, official statistics have proven that, on average, Dorset residents have the longest life expectancy in Britain. So, for anyone thinking of moving to this part of the country, that's great news, including today's buyers.
Lynn and Charles from Wokingham, Berkshire first got together at a Valentine's Day disco in 1971. They've now been married for over 40 years and the honeymoon period is still going strong.
We send love letters to each other. It's just an expression, a formal expression of what we feel about each other.
We keep the spark alive in our relationship, first of all, by always considering each other. I might cook a special meal and decorate the dining room up with candles and things.
It's not all about diamond rings, you know, it is more about the little things, the bunch of flowers that were unexpected, coming home early, you know, and it's things like that that I think make the difference.
But whilst romance is blooming in their relationship, things are not so rosy when it comes to living in a commuter town within earshot of the M4.
I feel it's just got too busy over the years, got too congested.
You hear the thrum in the distance of, you know, just that low-pitched noise of the motorway. It's gone from a relatively small market town with a few outlying groups of houses to, you know, almost end-to-end houses, no matter where you turn in Wokingham these days.
Now that Charles is in the process of retiring from his job in IT and their grown-up son no longer lives at home, they're going in search of a new life in the country.
We've spent the last couple of years sort of wandering around, looking at different areas. We've ended up looking in Dorset, around Blandford Forum area. We found it to be the nicest place in, you know, the south coast.
We do envisage ourselves getting really involved in village life and joining things. I am looking forward to having more time to do more cooking because it is a passion of mine. I have got over 200 books up in my library upstairs.
It will be a fresh chapter, and of course, these die-hard romantics are only expecting an even more happy ever after.
I think the impact of the move will make our relationship even stronger because we'll be able to do all the things we want to do together.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really looking forward to, you know, being able to spend more time together and you know, just enjoying life to the full.
Lynn and Charles want to focus their search around the Blandford Forum area. There have been some exciting recent developments in their house move, so we're meeting in Dorset to discuss what they want for their new home.
Well, Charles and Lynn, welcome, a very warm welcome to Dorset today.
Thank you very much, Vicky.
I think it'd be fair to say time is of the essence, wouldn't it?
It is, yes.
Am I right in thinking you've sold your house in the last month?
Correct.
Charles has retired in the last month, and you've moved to Dorset and you're now renting?
Yes.
That is extraordinary. That's what I call commitment to the cause.
We just took it on and said, right, let's do it.
And you're very close as a couple, aren't
We
you?
are, yes.
I'm going to call you the sweethearts. I know you've been married for a long time, but it's so lovely to see, very much in love. But I'm going to introduce somebody else into this marriage, hopefully, and that is your next property.
Right.
There's going to be three of you.
Yes.
You look
that's
worried
fine.
there for a minute. So what are we looking for with this property?
We'd like 4 bedrooms if there's no separate dining room, because we do dine formally every night. A good-sized kitchen, because I'm passionate about cooking. If possible, an ensuite like we had before, and it would be nice to have some additional extras like a conservatory and a utility room, but we're in your hands because you'll probably show us something we never ever thought of looking for.
Oh, that's great to hear.
So-
You want to be stretched, do you?
We do, yes. We want our imagination stretched.
Do you want to be remote? Do you want to be close to a community?
Yeah, we need a bit of community. I mean, we don't want to be isolated in the country. We want other people round about. We want to be part of a village life.
Can we agree on the budget? Remind us of our top amount today.
500 to 530.
Right. And that's for the perfect home.
That would have
Yes.
to be absolutely perfect.
Feeling the pressure, but we're going to rise to the challenge. So shall we jump in the car and get started?
Yes,
Absolutely.
please. I can't
Right.
wait.
Let's
Right.
go.
So, for a maximum budget of £530,000, Charles and Lynn's Dorset dream home includes a large kitchen, a dedicated dining room and 4 bedrooms. They'd also like a conservatory, utility room and access to village life. We've got an incredible selection of houses to show them, which could really offer that imaginative spin on their wish list. At each, I'll be getting them to guess the price before I reveal it. The final tour will be our mystery house, which could just give rise to split opinions. We're starting our search in the small village and parish of Woolland. 3.5 miles away, the larger village of Anstey provides a pub, farm shop and post office facilities. Whilst back in Woolland, quiet country lanes and footpaths meander past the Church of St Mary, built by Gilbert Scott in the early decorated style and featuring both Bath and Ham stone. And nearby, our first house sits overlooking a vale.
So I brought you here to see our very first property on this gorgeous day. Let's see if you think your first reaction's gorgeous as well.
It's quite stunning. It's lovely.
Nestled in this location, looking out across the hills, is quite beautiful,
It's
isn't it?
beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, stunning views.
Your faces look excited. So on that note, let's go and take a look around our
Yes.
first property.
Lovely. Let's go.
Built around 1850 from brick, stone and flint as a gamekeeper's cottage, the porched entranceway takes us into the first reception room.
So let's start off with our sitting room in the cottage.
It's got a nice fire. I presume it's an open fire because I did see chimneys outside.
Yeah, Victorian chimneys as
Yes.
well. This was built around 1850. It's not listed,
Okay.
which I think walking around actually is quite unusual. A cottage like this, because you'll notice there's lots of wonderful features. What impression does it give to you?
Cosy, but a bit smaller than I was expecting from the outside, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, a nice sitting area, definitely.
It's bright.
Yep. Good start.
Okay, well, let's walk through, see what you make of the next room.
Okay.
Well, if this sitting room is a little too snug for their needs, next door we satisfy not one but 2 of their requests.
Now, I know you wanted the separate dining room, didn't you?
I did, yes.
And what else did you want?
Conservatory, yes.
What do we think?
This is very
It's
nice.
very nice, yes.
This is a lovely living area.
Yes, where you can bring your guests after dinner.
I particularly like the fact that they've kept the flint and the brick and the stone exposed
Yes.
for that character.
You're outside but inside. You know, it's nicely done, it really is.
The conservatory sweeps around this corner of the house past a useful utility and into that all-important kitchen.
Just through here.
It's nice. I would have liked it slightly bigger. I would have liked a bit more floor space, a bit more cupboard space. But it is very nice. I like the breakfast bar idea.
I'm worrying about these 250 cookery books we've got to find
you
a
and
home
me
for.
both.
Don't worry, I'll find somewhere for them.
Is this workable, do you think?
It's workable.
So, bijou, small but
Yes,
perfectly formed.
Yes.
Yep.
Bit
Yep.
like myself.
Always gorgeous. Right, let's see what you think of the bedrooms.
Yes.
Right.
Well, they do say good things come in small packages, so let's see what they make of upstairs. Here, a bathroom with shower cubicle and roll-top bath serves the 2 bedrooms. The first is a small double, and then there's the larger of the 2.
Right. master bedroom.
It's a decent sized room, and they've got a king size bed in it as well. Yeah, and it's bright and early, and nice views. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Yes, it's nice.
So you're saying it's fine, but Charles has given me a very polite face, but a bit disappointed.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go
to
on,
be
you
honest,
can say
yeah,
it. You can say it.
Yeah. I was expecting 3. So.
Yeah.
But
You're such a
that's fine.
gentleman, aren't you?
I try.
Oh. Well, I've still got one more thing to show you outside, so if you wouldn't mind leading the way back downstairs,
No problem.
we'll hit the garden.
This country cottage is packed with period features, and outside there's more to persuade them to overlook the lack of guest bedrooms. 3/4 of an acre of grounds include lawn and specimen trees, as well as decking for alfresco dining. There's also a detached double garage and a versatile additional outbuilding.
This is nice. The
nice.
outside space is beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
Beautiful
definitely
location,
outside.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what you're going to make of the price, shall we? First time. Who would like to hazard a guess?
I would say about 480.
OK.
Okay, I'm thinking a bit less. I'm going to go 460.
OK, well, the house has only just gone on the market. I think you're going to be surprised with this. The asking price is £525,000.
All right.
I didn't
Office
expect
in that region.
Didn't expect that much.
No, I didn't expect that
No.
either.
It does give you a rough guide of the pricing in this part of Dorset. We're in quite an expensive part.
Yep.
But do take the opportunity this time to have a look on your own, and then I'll catch you when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
At the top end of their budget, this former gamekeeper's cottage comes with plenty of period appeal, with feature fireplaces, a dedicated dining room and a conservatory. There's a 3/4 of an acre garden and gorgeous valley views.
As a first viewing, this was a wonderful start, yes. It was more than I expected. When I first walked up the garden, I thought, wow. It had the conservatory, it had the utility room. I did like the bathroom, it was beautiful. And the gardens were just lovely.
The house is lovely, beautifully done inside. A bit smaller than we're probably looking for, but well appointed, and I like the character of the place. This is a great start. I think it's just what we're looking for. It's it's given us something to think about. So yep, we're up for the next one.
Only our first home. We have plenty more to show you.
Excellent.
And this has been exciting. It's been a real eye-opener. We would never have looked at something
we'd never
like
have looked at this earlier on.
I like you too. I'll show you some more. Come on.
It's not just the natural landscape that gives Dorset its beauty. Homes and gardens, large and small, present the county with historical interest and horticultural charm. At Athelhampton, this impressive estate has been in the Cook family for 4 generations and was inherited by the current owner, Patrick Cook, at the age of 19. He opened the home and gardens to the public, and his wife Andrea is welcoming Lynn and Charles to give them a taste of this Dorset gem.
So what makes Athelhampton different, unique from all the other stately
Well, I think
homes?
because it's lived in still, I think that gives it a unique feel. It's a very interesting building because it has virtually every period up until the 20th century represented in its architecture. But because the architects were very sensitive to the building and they used the same materials, it takes quite a sharp eye to see which bit is which, actually.
Yeah.
So it's quite clever.
Inside is a journey through time, from the 15th century doorway of the King's anteroom and into the Elizabethan wing of the house, which at that time was in the hands of the Martin family.
So this is one of my favourite rooms. This is the Great Chamber. By this stage, people were starting to think more about the kind of niceties of domestic setting, and hence the beautiful windows.
So what is the significance of the monkey in the stained glass window?
Well, the monkey is the emblem of the Martin family, and there's rather a sweet story about him because he is supposed to haunt this room, and he's supposed to be trapped in our secret passage. So hopefully the mechanism's working.
My goodness me.
And voila.
Wow.
So there are all sorts of theories. We don't know whether it was a priest hole. Possibly it was maybe used again to hide royalists, but we rather love it.
As well as being a curious treasure trove of historical conundrums and interest, Athelhampton features 20 acres of gardens, laid in the 19th century Italianate style. And today, Andrea's husband, Patrick, is in the grounds tending to the topiary.
So what's the history behind the pyramids?
Well, they're about 120 years old. Originally, they were at the corners of rose beds. But 2 world wars, the rose beds got taken away and the trees just got bigger and bigger.
The yew trees receive a more vigorous cut each autumn, but at the beginning of the summer, it's time for a trim.
And all we do this time of year is just tidy up any small imperfections in every side.
4,000 years ago, the ancient Egyptians were creating box hedges, whilst yew cutting was brought into fashion in England during the reign of Charles II. But with 12 giant pyramids to tame here, a petrol-driven tool makes the job a lot less daunting.
Lovely, Charles, you're a natural.
Thank you kindly.
You're booked for the other 47 sides.
Excellent, I'm on.
For those with more modest plots, head gardener Mark Evis has a simple technique that can create a pretty feature on a much smaller scale.
So what are we planting today then?
I'm planting sweet peas. This particular sweet pea is called Beaujolais.
Beaujolais,
There's a new one that we're trying. So what you do is carefully take the sweet peas out.
Yep.
And carefully pull them apart.
The seedlings are placed inside the pyramid as a net will be put on the outside to ward off slugs and other pests.
This is a nice idea.
Lovely.
Give us some nice ideas for our new garden, whatever that might be.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, it's back to tending to Charles and Lynn's property search as we look for fertile grounds for them to lay down their own roots here in Dorset. Our next house is located in Ewan Minster. The writer Virginia Woolf stayed in this quintessential English village in the 1920s and wrote of her enchantment with the landscape. The post office doubles up as the village shop, whilst the pub offers luxury accommodation and food as well as pints. Dating from the 12th century, St Mary's is described by Pevsner's architectural guide as the most important and interesting church in the neighbourhood. Within view of its spire, the property we've come to see is located in a residential complex which started life as a farm.
Here is our second proposal for you, our second home. There's about 30 properties in total here. So we're offering you a very different way of life because it really is part of a community. A community, shall we say, over a certain age.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah?
Like a good vintage wine, yes.
So, had you ever considered anything like this?
No, was the short answer.
Right. Intrigued, fascinated?
Yeah, intrigued,
Yes,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah, I
like
think that's a
the
good
looks
word.
like inside, yeah.
OK, all right, well, then let's start.
Yes, on we go.
A somewhat lukewarm first impression to this detached property, which was the original show home of the development. Converted from a century-old farm building in the 1980s, it has a rather unusual footprint, with a front door leading to a central hallway where we begin our tour.
Right.
I think this is nice and light and bright and airy, and I like the staircase. That's
Yeah, that
absolutely
staircase
lovely.
is beautiful.
That is
Yeah,
really beautiful.
it really
yes.
is gorgeous, yeah. It's much bigger inside than I was expecting.
Really?
This is a little TARDIS, isn't it?
And we'll get our geography while we're here, because from the outside, it doesn't give you any indication.
No.
No.
We have a downstairs cloakroom. We have a conservatory, which the current owner, because they wanted a separate dining room, they have converted.
Right.
And then down this hallway here, you have a downstairs bedroom with an ensuite bathroom with bath and
Even
shower.
better.
Lovely.
Right, well, shall we take a proper look around?
I'd love to.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Directly off the hallway, nestled in the heart of the home, is the kitchen breakfast room.
So we have our kitchen with access to our garden.
Very nice.
It's nice. It's lovely. Nice and bright, yes.
Yep.
I do like it. I like the cupboards, yeah.
Loads of space. Yeah.
Large enough to have a
table.
small dining table in
Yep.
here.
This is a
I
good
like
sized
it.
kitchen. Yeah.
That's smashing.
Okay.
Lovely.
Good marks for the kitchen.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yep.
And next to the kitchen is the largest room of the house, a very generous reception space.
Let's take a look at your sitting room.
Oh, this is a nice size lounge. We left a very large lounge in our old house. This,
Look at your eyes light up.
yes, this would suit us perfectly.
Yeah?
Yes. And I love this. That is lovely. Just a sense of bright and light.
And the one thing I'm going to point out is the church. The lady she got permission to take down a little bit of the wall so you get a cracking view of the church there.
Right.
Ewan Minster is the village and there's the local church.
Yeah, I could see myself having breakfast there on a sunny morning.
Yeah, you could.
Yes.
I think we all agree it's a really good size.
It is.
There's a little alcove, if you look just to the right, and the current owner uses that as her study,
Okay.
which again is
That
somewhere
sounds
for the
feasible.
computer.
Yep. Or books.
Or, oh yes, my cookery books, yes.
Mini
My
library.
library.
You found it.
Yeah.
This is good. We like this.
Yeah, this was one of the things I was concerned about, giving up our 4-bed detached villa and downsizing and having small rooms, and this won't be a problem.
No,
No.
not at all.
No, this
It
is...
makes the D word a little less painful,
It
does
does,
it?
it does,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you fancy taking a look upstairs?
Yeah,
love
absolutely
to.
do. Yep.
So, a very positive response to the spacious accommodation on the ground floor of this farm building conversion. And the TARDIS-like dimensions continue upstairs, where there are 2 further ensuite bedrooms, starting with what could be their master.
Oh, this is lovely.
This is huge.
Wow.
This is huge. For
Oh,
this house keeps amazing. It's just
bringing more and more surprises. Yes, as you can see, I'm... Oh, yeah.
Are you having a moment?
Loads of
I'm
cupboards.
having a moment.
Loads of cupboards.
Oh,
No moments, not allowed yet. You'll be fine.
This is lovely.
so through there is your ensuite with a shower
Even
and
better.
a bath.
Gosh.
And then next door, if you decided to, you wanted friends to come and stay, they have their own very large double bedroom with a shower ensuite. So all 3 bedrooms have bathroom facilities.
Oh,
That's ideal. Yeah, you couldn't
this is lovely.
ask for much more, could you?
Stop crying.
Well,
Oh,
there's one more thing I'm going to discuss with you outside, and then we are going to have to talk about the price.
yes.
All right? OK, let's
Right,
get back
let's go.
downstairs after you.
Oh, it's lovely.
We've clearly hit home for both Lynn and Charles. And on the doorstep, there are 3.5 acres of shared landscaped grounds cared for under an annual service charge, as well as a private secluded courtyard.
So let's take a look at our garden, but still stay in the dry. Now, when you if you buy into a community like this, because anyway, that's what you're doing, you own your property, however, there are service charges.
Yep.
It's the one thing you've got to think of. It's about £3,700 a year.
Okay.
No, it's lovely.
It's lovely.
Absolutely lovely.
Could you see yourselves living somewhere like this?
Yes,
Yes.
without a doubt.
Definitely, yes. Yes.
Dare we do the price now, then?
I think it's probably up near the top of our budget. I would say 520.
I think it's over budget. I think it's 550.
OK, well, the asking price is £499,950.
Oh, gosh. That's surprising.
That's even better.
We've taken your breath away, haven't we?
You have, yes.
Nice.
Yes, yes.
A pleasant surprise.
Absolutely wonderful.
I guess you're going to want to have another look around then.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Please do.
Thank you.
No, thanks, Nikki.
Said it all. What a fantastic reaction. When you're taking people around a property, you never know how they're going to react. But that is what you're after. Oh, I'm so pleased.
Coming in below budget, this detached farm conversion offers a kitchen breakfast room, conservatory dining room, and 3 ensuite double bedrooms, all in an idyllic village location.
It's a house that we probably would never have thought of looking at ourselves. I know we said we wanted to be part of a community. We weren't thinking of a retirement community when we said that. But, having seen the place and seen the house and seen the area, it's changed our mind.
It met my expectations, actually, above and beyond them. Just fantastic. As soon as we walked into the hall and I saw the galleried landing, the big lounge, I just felt, yeah, this is where I want to be, yeah.
I'm very happy with what we've seen today.
I think we have taken a step closer to finding our next home. I really do, yes.
What a brilliant reaction to our house tour. Right, prepared to come out in the rain?
Yep.
Happy faces, tears of joy. What a way to end the day.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you love
Great.
that house.
We did.
Let's hit the road.
Let's go.
We're in the county of Dorset with romantic retirees Lynn and Charles, who have a budget of £530,000 to fulfil their dream of a home in the country. What they've seen so far has taken Lynn's breath away, but our mystery house is still to come, and it could end up being top of the class.
Can you imagine yourselves in this room?
I can.
Yeah, possibly.
Plus, I'm finding my way with Dorset's heritage finger posts.
Give it a bit of a wriggle first, see if it feels loose, and then it should just come off.
No! Now, we know that Charles and Lynn are serious about moving, so much so that they've put their house on the market, sold it, already moved out, and are now renting here in the county. That is what I call commitment. So imagine my delight yesterday when Lynn got very emotional during our second house tour and then completely lost it when we revealed the price. Brilliant news. Job done. Or is it? Because today we're going to show them our mystery house, which is a very different proposition from the previous two. We're going to offer them a small slice of Dorset's history.
Our mystery offering is in the village of Hinton St Mary. Less than a mile and a half away, the town of Sturminster Newton has a weekly market, and its many shops and services include greengrocers and traditional butchers. Back in Hinton St Mary, it's all about village life, with a hall, cricket pavilion, tree-lined lanes and a pub.
Most of the houses around here were built around the 16th century. The good news is your house is more modern. Yeah, built in the 1700s.
Oh, wow.
Much better.
Just round this corner. So here is our mystery house.
And it's not thatched.
It's not thatched. And we are in the heart of a very gorgeous village.
It looks very attractive.
It does
I've
look
got
very
to say.
attractive, it
Very
does.
attractive.
Is it willing you in?
Oh, yes.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Yes.
Super, right.
Can't wait to get inside now.
Lovely, I think we should.
Good.
Yes.
Our mystery house is very much a tale of two halves. Originally built around the 1700s as a modest workers' cottage, a schoolhouse was added in 1850. Now a Grade 2 listed home, the first reception is reached through a small lobby and has an interesting former life.
Come in. This actually would have been where the headmistress would have had her study, we believe, yeah. This would have been her domain. Best behaviour, please.
Yes, I will behave.
While we're in the house, yes. First impressions as we walk in.
Very nice.
It's nice,
Yeah.
It is quaint, quirky,
yeah.
quaint.
Well, we picked the mystery house because I think it is a little bit of a challenge because this is quaint and intimate, but next door is very different. Let me show you.
And I'm not exaggerating, because via an inner hall, we reach a very grand formal dining room and linked drawing room.
Oh, my goodness me.
Wow.
This is different, yes.
This is the old schoolroom
Right.
with that beautiful panelling. I mean, look at the height of the ceiling. This is where the lessons would have happened.
This is quite a room.
It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's so different from next door.
Yes.
So different. It's absolutely lovely. It really is.
And this would have been one major room.
Right.
If you just take a look behind you, you can see as we walk through, there is your formal dining room, complete with panelling on the wall.
Quite amazing.
It is, yes.
It's huge.
Big.
It's not your average, is it?
No, it's
No.
not.
Can you imagine yourselves in this room?
I can.
Yeah, possibly.
I'm going to have to slightly manage your expectations though when I take you back next door and show you the kitchen.
Right.
OK? Just have that in your mind.
Okay.
The elegant formal reception rooms are possibly the trump card of this ground floor, which also includes a smaller breakfast room, flanked to one side by the conservatory Lynn asked for, as well as the kitchen.
It's a bit smaller than I would like. I do like the space for the double range. I do feel it's a bit...
Might need some care and attention.
So, you know, my thought would be, with the right permission, is extending it out, and then you could have the most amazing kitchen if you incorporated the two rooms.
Yeah.
Yes, the kitchen's a little bit of a disappointment.
Bit of a challenge.
It is.
Well, it is what it is.
Yep.
We are sort of two halves, aren't we, with this property?
Yeah, yeah. Quite
We are,
different.
yeah. Let's see if the same can be said for upstairs.
Okay.
Right.
A roller coaster of reactions to the rooms of the ground floor, but upstairs there are the 4 bedrooms thereafter. The largest guest room currently has twin beds, next to which is a single bedroom, and then an additional guest room that's being used for storage. These are all served by the family bathroom, and then there's the master with ensuite facilities.
Now upstairs, you do get the feeling you're back into the older part of the property, the cottage.
That's a good size, yes.
Yep, lovely views.
You also have an ensuite just behind me here. It is an unusual house, that's why it's our mystery.
Yeah.
I do like it, and the outside looks lovely. I just think we might have to spend quite a bit of money on it.
I think what's going through my mind is, you know, how much would it cost and how much would we have to spend, and is that going to work?
Well, we've glimpsed the garden. Let's take a look at it in all its beauty, because it is a fine garden.
Right.
And then we can talk about those finances.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Our intriguing mystery house is giving Lynn and Charles lots to ponder. And where better to mull things over than this very English country garden, featuring pretty borders as well as outbuildings, including a summer house.
How much time do you want to dedicate to gardening, you two?
Well, we'll get a gardener.
Oh, I love it. Yep, that's it. Like that. No
Leave it to the
messing.
professionals, yes.
So that you can enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
So, my unusual property, but got to try and put a figure on it for the final time. How much is it on the market for?
I think it's right at the top of our budget. I would say at least 530,000.
Okay.
I'm thinking 560.
The asking price is just over your budget, £535,000. However, the owner is happy to have a conversation around the very top of your budget, which is 530.
Okay, I'm not surprised.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've taken you to the top, but it is a treasure, and we really wanted you to have a look at it. Would you like to take another look around on your own this time?
Yes,
Yes,
okay.
I think we should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
lovely.
Thank you.
Thank
Lovely.
you.
Thank you.
Nikki.
Thanks,
Thank
Nikki.
you.
This pretty period home, converted from a schoolhouse, offers a formal dining room, drawing room and a conservatory, as well as 4 bedrooms, including the master ensuite. It comes with a lovely country garden and is in a central village location.
It's a lovely dining room,
It's
isn't
beautiful. Absolutely marvellous, stunning.
it? Yeah, it's
Good
certainly one of the
size,
high
yes,
points of the house,
yes.
for sure.
And the wood panelling is really lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely feature of the house.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
This was a really, really nice property. I mean, it truly was the mystery. I think that's a great description of it. Some stunning rooms in the property, some great gardens. I could get to learn to like this one, yeah.
I've probably put on the practical head this time instead of Charles. I feel it's not quite speaking to me. I'm not getting that vibe that's saying, yes, this is for you.
That's it now. We've shown you all 3 properties.
You have, yes.
Whew. Exhausted?
A bit, yes.
Yeah, lots to think about.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you want some time on your own as well,
Yeah,
don't
I do.
you?
I've
so
got
do
to
you.
sit
Yeah.
and work some things out
Yep.
and be realistic about a lot of things.
Yeah. And then hopefully give me some answers.
Yes,
All
we
right.
will. We'll have some answers for
Okay.
you tonight.
Let's
Lovely.
go.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Dorset's higgledy-piggledy lanes can make route finding a real challenge. So since the 17th century, a system of finger posts has been used to literally point the way. There have been up to 1,200 of these distinctive posts in the county, only temporarily removed during World War II in the hope of confusing potential enemy invaders. And this historic signage is once more under threat. 300 to 400 signs have been lost, and a further 400 are now in need of restoration. So a countrywide community initiative is hoping to save them. And I'm here to meet Catherine Wright from the organisation at the forefront.
So why, in your opinion, is it so important to keep this tradition alive?
Well, the organisation are unique finger posts, and by restoring them back to their traditional standards means that we are bringing back that local distinctiveness to the county. What makes ours unique is the special roundel on the top. You might recognise it. Is it looking very similar to the London Underground?
Yes,
tube.
the tube.
Yes, and that's where the design had come from.
Each roundel has its own number, giving the grid reference of an Ordnance Survey map. It may seem archaic to the GPS generation, but this old-school technology remains crucial around these parts.
In a way, these signs are the sat-nav of yesteryear, but you also want them from the future as well, don't you?
A lot of sat-navs don't work around this rural part of the county, so they're vitally and needed for our area.
And is this post a good example?
The good part of it is it's still got its unique roundel on the top. The not so good thing about this sign is, unfortunately, over the years, it's been replaced with metal arms with stick-on letters. The traditional ones are oak with cast iron metal letters.
Around 400 volunteers are helping to repair and raise funds for replacement signs. And Catherine's taking me to meet one Dorset local who's using his skills as a sculptor to help return the post to an authentic state.
Well, this is Stephen,
good to meet you.
Coles of Coles Casting, and here in East Melbury is where the start of the process begins with the cast metal letters.
If you'd like to follow me this way, I can show
into
you
the workshop.
Into you go.
And more importantly, into the dry today.
Yeah.
Must be a sense of satisfaction when you're driving around the country lanes and you see your work there.
Oh yeah, no, it is. To actually have them back to the original materials, yeah, it's just a nice addition to the county.
Stephen starts by making moulds using wooden letters and plates packed with sand. And today I'm going to help out.
We've got some sand that's already mixed up.
Yeah. Is this special sand?
This is. So this is kiln-dried sand that has been mixed with sodium silicate, which is a resin binder they used to use to preserve eggs during the war. You just want to sort of smush it in with your fingers. You can be quite forceful with it. And what that does is that just makes sure that the sand spreads around evenly and sort of comes into contact properly with all the letters and the cavities. So sort of, and to the side as well.
Like
yeah,
that?
That's it. Yeah, that looks, yeah. So then the final step is just to give it a nice sort of light pack down with this guy.
A gassing plate then uses carbon dioxide to alter the composition of the sand, causing it to harden up.
It's helping the sodium silicate to basically go hard. You felt how soft it was a minute ago. If you feel the difference, it's already,
yes,
it's already going firm.
My goodness. And that is literally in 20 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Now to flip the moulds over and remove the plate to find out how we've done.
I want to give it a bit of a wriggle first, see if it feels loose, and then it should just come off.
No!
There you go.
One more tap with this.
Yeah, let's just... There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, that looks all right. That's good enough
Apart
to...
from that little blip there.
If you look on some of these guys, you can see where those rough edges are.
Yes, and that's
actually
what
what's
that
happened
is.
in the mould there. So that's just something that'll file
But
back
that was,
off.
you'll be able to use this one, will you?
Yeah, that's fine. That's more than fine.
Metal is then melted and poured into these moulds. It's all recycled aluminium taken from old ladders, greenhouse frames and drinks cans. These cast letters will be cut out, filed, fixed to oak boards and painted. And today, Catherine's dad, Roger Bond, is leading the fixture of Dorset's latest replacement post.
This is it, the finished thing, the finished finger post.
First of 4 arms.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very clever the way it's put together.
And obviously, you've got to make sure it's pointing in the right direction, haven't you?
Otherwise, we'll be in trouble with the locals.
You will. But there's one thing missing, isn't there, Catherine?
One very important thing missing.
I learnt this. The roundel on the top. Is that correct, sir?
That's absolutely right.
Shall I get it?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Right. This is exciting. And look at that, the crowning glory.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. It looks amazing. And if you're escaping to the country, you have no excuse getting lost here in Dorset. So, how do you think we've done? Because it's not every day one of our house buyers is reduced to tears, but buying a property, it can be an emotional business. So in the cold light of day, are they really committed to our second property? And if they are, do you think they're going to put in an offer? I'm going to ask them. Well, Charles and Lynn, this is nearly the end of our time together in Dorset.
It's been great.
It's been really sad it's come to an end.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
We've seen quite a lot of the county over the last few days. And have we found you the home for you, I wonder?
We think you might, yes. We're hoping to go back, at least speak to the estate agents about house number 2
Do you like the idea of living within that community?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's probably the one thing we need to explore a little bit is what would living in that community be like?
Yes.
So hence, going back, spending time with the estate people, probably chatting to some of the neighbours and just finding out what, life is like there.
And are you hoping to do this in the next few days?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Because we know you two like to move quite quickly.
Yes, we have that nasty habit.
You don't hang around.
The grass doesn't grow under our feet.
No, how lovely. Oh, my goodness. All the very best.
Thank you.
You're already committed to the county.
Absolutely.
I want you committed to our home. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for our week here in Dorset. Now, in my heart, I was hoping that Lynn and Charles were going to confirm they were going to put a definite offer in on our second property. However, I do understand their reticence and wanting to find more about living within the community. The great news is they've already moved to this beautiful part of the world, Dorset. So we'll just have to see how they get on. But whatever happens, we wish them all the best. And I'll see you again soon.
If you would like to escape to the country in Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales or England and need our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/Be On A Show.